ERi-TV news broadcast crew and I, Delit Tahaya, are now ready for your daily news briefing at 10:30 local time. First, let us catch up with the major headlines. Dialogue on integration of the national values on legal system. International Workers' Day observed in Ansaba region. Students protest over the Israeli-Hamas war in the U.S. And Turkish police round up 174 PKK suspects nationwide. On our local news, the Ministry of Justice convened a dialogue under the theme Value and Justice with aim of an integration of Eritrean values with the legal framework. The discussion forum is being attended by legal experts from outside the country and abroad. The opening event at Asmara Palace Hotel was attended by representatives of the ministries and front, members of security and police, as well as the heads of the Union Office in the Eritrea and members of the diplomatic community. In her keynote address, Ms. Fawzia Hashim, Minister of Justice, said that the focus of discussion will be on Eritrean values while also taking in account the domestic, African and global experiences and provide careful consideration the seamless integration of these values in the legal framework as well as part of the Ministry of Justice legal reform for sustainable development. Ms. Fawzia also said that the Eritrean people have been able to preserve and fortify its core values system during the Eritrea's long year of resistance and armed struggle for independence, and in the aftermath of the Eritrea's independence, one of the formidable efforts taken was to integrate and embody Eritrea's core value system in its legal framework. The Eritrean people have also managed to foster unity, mutual respect, cooperation, and peaceful coexistence in this value system continue to characterize Eritrea's vision of engagement on regional and global peace and coexistence. Extensive discussion was also conducted on the process to reform and improve Eritrea's legal system in terms of sustainable development as well as on the nation values that could support in the improvement of the legal system of the country. Experts and invited guests from Senegal, Kenya, Ethiopia, Somalia, Nicaragua, Italy and France are taking part at the discussion forum. International Workers' Day, 1st May, was observed with patriotic zeal in Karen City at the regional level on April 26th under the theme Professional Competence Development Stimulant. Mr. Ato Brahan Gabrat, head of the Confederation Branch Office, emphasized that May 1st is a special day for workers to renew their pledge to enhance their participation in national affairs. He urged the organization of the regular training program to develop the overall capacity of workers. Mr. Tahaya Hagos, head of the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare in the region, called on workers to strengthen participation in their capacity and efforts to ensure social justice and in the nation-building process. Mr. Haile Tolda Brahan, Secretary of PFDJ in the region, also advocated for strengthening organizational capacity and participation in the nation-building process. The event featured a general knowledge competition among workers and awards were presented to the winners. Seminars focusing on the conservation of the national culture and oral tradition were organized for students and government employees in Karen and elaborate on April 25th and 26th. The seminar were hosted by the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in the Ansaba region. The seminar in Karen was attended by Ambassador Abdullah Musa, Governor of Ansaba region, and Brigadier General Takhle Lubsu, Commander of Popular Forces Command, and other regional officers. Mr. Azazi Barakat Ab, head of the branch, noted that the seminars were a continuation of the program integrating youth and students. Mr. Solomon Tahaye, moderator of the seminar, stated that conservation and continuity of the national culture and values require reading and through research. He encouraged students to pay close attention to these aspects. Mr. Solomon also emphasized that this conservation of oral traditions should not be left to writers alone, and called on all members of the society to contribute in the effort. Participants highlighted the importance of the seminar and requested similar events for all sectors of society. Dear viewers, we'll be back with the international news shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Colleges around the country implored pro-Palestinian student protesters to clear out the tent encampments with rising levels of urgency on Monday as classes wrap up for their semester and campus prepare for graduation ceremonies. Students and others have been sparring over the Israeli-Hamas war and is mounting the toll. Many students are demanding their universities, with Israel protesters are still active in a number of campuses. Near George Washington University, protesters at an encampment breached and dismantled the barrier Monday morning, used a secure university yard, the university said in a statement. The yard had been closed since last week. Columbia University, the site of the first protesters' dialogue since last week between academic leaders and student organizers to dismantle its encampments, has been progressed, the university president said on Monday. Protesters at Yale University set up a new encampment with dozens of tents Sunday afternoon, nearly a week after police arrested nearly 50 demonstrators and cleared a similar camp. On our last news, joint operations by police and Gendarmerie troops were carried out on 29th province against the PKK on Sunday from Istanbul to Agri in the east. Some suspects are accused of carrying out PKK propaganda on social media as well as membership of the terrorist group and aiding and abetting the said group. Intelligence said counterterrorism unit of police raided several locations in operations targeting the group's media network. The Interior Ministry said in a statement that the suspects were running news websites, acting as a mouthpiece of the terrorist group as well as social media accounts, glorifying the group. Some operations focused on suspects who attended Nowruz celebration and exploit to celebrate the terrorist group. A group of suspects were accused of helping PKK terrorists captured while trying to infiltrate in Turkey in 2022 and were already wanted in this change. Along with suspects, authorities seized large number of unlicensed pistols, rifles, and digital evidence. Dear viewers, we've come to the end of tonight's news. Let's have a quick recap of the headlines. Dialogue on integration of the national values on legal system. International Workers' Day observed in Ansaba region. Students protest over the Israeli-Hamas war in the U.S. Turkish police round up 174 PKK suspects in a nationwide audit. That is all our local and international news. Dear viewers, thanks for watching and have a good night.